That's gonna work. Okay. This is crazy. Hello. Hey, welcome. Today I'll be talking about FinCEN and trying to get some documents up here, but it doesn't want to cooperate with me. I'm going to keep trying and see if I can get it figured out. Uh, let's see here. Let's see. Please do it right this time. Oh my gosh. Why? Oh, I know why. It was printed. So let's see if we can figure this crap out. But we save it like this. It's not doing it. All right. So today I want to talk to you guys about this thing called FinCEN. FINCEN. And I'm going to get this thing to work. It is going to work. I promise you. It's going to work. I'm going to get it to work because I want to show you guys what it is. But for some reason, it doesn't want to do right. So you might ask, what is FinCEN? Trying to get it up. Hold on. It's coming. Oops. Send it through here. This is horrible. Okay, so FinCEN, FINCEN is the Financial Crime Enforcement Network, and it is designed to help the government cut down on financial crimes where people can, especially investors, can buy homes under an LLC without ever knowing exactly who owns the LLC. So in the past, if you go and you open an LLC, you can open it without anybody even know who you are. So you can get an LLC, put it in create the name, Dogs and Cats LLC. and nobody will ever know who actually opened the LLC, who owns the LLC, or how many people actually own the LLC. And FinCEN is designed to make sure that that is not the case anymore. From what I'm told, this all started back from 9/11, because supposedly a lot of the money and stuff that the terrorists used to finance 9/11 was done through buying and selling residential real estate. And this is specifically for residential real estate. It's not for commercial. And residential real estate is defined not exactly the way you might think. Let me see if I can pull up this document right here, and I'll show you so you can get an idea of what is considered residential real estate, because it's, you might think it's one thing, but it's something, I promise you, something totally different. Let me see if I can pull this document up and show it to you. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. Let me see. I think I got it. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to learn this program still, but I'm about to pull it up and show it to you. So we go here. Let's see. Your computer, close. Hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Bear with me. I promise you, I'm getting it. I really am. I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna pull it up on the screen with me, and then you'll be able to see it. See what I'm talking about. But this is designed specifically for people who buy and sell residential real estate, and it's targeted more towards the buyers really than the sellers. So if you are an investor, for example, and you have an LLC, and where's my document that downloads? I hope I got it this time. I think I might have. So if you're buying a property right now under an LLC, all you generally got to show is that I don't think it did it. Oh man, it's still upside down. I do apologize. I don't think I can turn it, but let me see if you let me turn it. Oh, let's see, try it to. Oh, not let me do it. But anyhow, I tried. Let me get this out of here, because that sucks. But I'll tell you guys what it is anyway. So residential real estate is defined this way: 1 to 4 family structure, 1 to 4 units. It's also land. So if you buy land, that's considered they consider it residential, because you're gonna build a condo, a townhouse, a co-op. All the stuff is considered residential real estate. In the past, if you were buying real estate as an investor under an LLC, you would just have to provide documents just showing that you can sign for the LLC. You don't have to provide a whole lot of information. Now that has completely changed. Now, everybody who is part of this LLC has to provide information to the government. And again, this is the government asking for it, not me, not the Tyler company. We are going to get the brunt of it, because people are going to ask, why are you asking for this? You never asked for this before. But now they're asking for it. So you're going to have to provide detailed information: your name, your address, your date of birth, your social security number. And this is designed basically for when you're buying for cash, or if you have a loan with a bank that does not already report to the government. Like if you get a loan from, say, like First Horizon or Regions Bank, those banks more than likely already have systems set up where they report to the government. For example, like if you get a hard money lender, they usually is not required to report the same kind of information like, say, First Horizon or Regions Bank would. So basically, this is more so for cash. But there's some instances where if you finance, if they're not part of the reporting, it's called a lender AML program. Don't ask me what it means. It's called anti-money laundering program. So some banks are part of the anti-money laundering program where they will report. If they are part of the reporting, and you bring a document showing that you're financing through them, and they are part of that program, then you're good. No no information needed. However, if you're going to pay cash, or if you're going to get money from a lender who's not part of that program, then you have to provide all this information: name, social security number, date of birth, bank account. Not only that, you have to show where the money is coming from as well. So let's say, for example, you have a foreign investor that is investing. They'll have to show where the money is coming from. Not only that, every person who is part of that LLC has to provide all the documentation. You know, in the past, you just have like one signer, the person who can sign for the LLC. And then that'll be the only person that have to sign. No more. If you have 1, 2, 3 partners, part of the LLC, each one of them have to provide this information. So just be aware of that. Now, this is gonna, in realistically, the people who do business the right way, people got nothing to hide. They might be a little confused in the beginning and be like, "Well, I got to provide this. I never had to do it." Well, guess what? The government decide you have to now. So guess what? I ain't got no choice. The lending officer, he got no choice. So just give us the information that we asked for, and then we can move forward. There are some exceptions, and you can always reach out. I can talk to you about some of those exceptions. So for example, if you're transferring due to death, divorce, or dissolution, that stuff is exempt. If you're buying with a normal from a bank that is in part of the AML program, you are exempt. You don't have to worry about that. If you're transferring for no consideration, for example, if you and your wife has a property and you're going to transfer it into a trust, and you and your wife are the ones who are going to be managing the trust, that doesn't have to report it. For example, let's say you and your wife bought a piece of property, have a piece of property now, and you can transfer it into another LLC. You're going to transfer it into an LLC. Have to be reported, because the goal is that anytime ownership transfer, that's when they want this information. If ownership is not transferred, generally speaking, they don't want that information. So if you and your wife just put it in a like a irrevocable trust or something like that, ownership doesn't transfer. You're just managing it a different way. But if you and your wife decide that, hey, we're gonna buy this property in our name, and then afterwards we're gonna then take it and put it in the LLC. At the time when you transfer it from your name to the LLC, you have to report. Everybody who is part of that LLC, once again, have to provide all of their information, everything. And there's no way around it. There is not any way around it. There is a link that the title company will send you, and you will fill out all the information. There is, if I remember good, there's like 111 points that they're going to try and capture. That's the right way to put it. So just be aware of that if you, in the past, everybody can go create an LLC and go buy a piece of property in the LLC, and then just one person just sign, and you'll never know who owns the property. It'll just say the LLC, Dog and Cat LLC is the owner of this property, and nobody knows. That will still show up on the title, Dogs and Cat LLC. But by the time that title, that house transferred ownership and becomes into the other person's name, the government would have known the name, social, or if it's if you have a tax ID number, if it's a foreign individual who doesn't have a social but have a tax ID number to do business here, then that information it's going to show up. Again, this is new, and the thing to keep in mind, this starts on March 1st. This doesn't happen before March 1st. So come March 1st, this is going into place. And like anything else, there's going to be some bugs and stuff that's going to have to be figured out. But I just want to at least give you guys a heads up. If you're an investor, be familiar with FinCEN, FinCEN, the Financial Crime Enforcement Network. It is designed to help the government figure out who is buying and selling residential real estate. Residential. If you're buying a big 10-story building, nope, not part of it. If you're buying a residential house, yes. If you're buying a townhouse, buying a condo, buying a duplex, if you're buying apartments, I think up to 8 units, I think it's up to 8 units. Yeah, apartment with up to 8 units. That is also, we're going to require this reporting. If you're using a bank loan from a bank that is part of the anti-money laundering program, you don't have to report this information because the bank would have already gathered all your information when you submitted your loan and got your loan approved. If you're using like a hard money lender who doesn't have the same reporting information, then you'll have to provide all this information. If you're paying in cash, you'll have to provide all this information. You'll have to show where the money come from. You'll have to show where the money is. And all the other information that is required of you. Again, there are some exceptions. Said them more like if you get a divorce, transfer of bankruptcy estate, a court supervised transfer. They figure if the court is doing it, then the court is going to get all the information anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. If you and your partner is just going to take a property and put it in a trust, and you are the ones who are going to be managing the trust. You and your wife or you and whoever are the ones managing the trust. You don't have to report that. That's not required reporting. There's some other ones as well. Some of them way over my head. But that's the basic gist of what you need to know when it comes to the new program, FinCEN, FinCEN, that is going to be put into place on March 1st of 2026. You are going to be asked a lot of questions that you were never asked before, and you're going to wonder why you want to know these stuff. And I'm telling you now, it's good to ask the question, but the answer is going to be the government requires it. And then if you don't want to give it, then you cannot buy a property in an LLC with cash or with a loan from a bank that does not report as part of the anti-money laundering program. If you're buying the property just for yourself in your name, like a regular real estate transaction, no reporting. That's not required. None at all. So hopefully this helps. When investors see this, or if you're somebody who's thinking of investing and wanted to do an LLC, just beware of this. And 99.99% of people, investors, buy their properties, do everything by the books, no problem. But they're trying to avoid the people who are doing money laundering, drug money, trying to organize crime, all those people. That's what they're trying to avoid. People who are using the real estate transaction to quote unquote wash money. So keep that in mind. All right. Hey, thank you guys again very much. Hopefully this was helpful. I hope it is. I try to give you as much information as I know. If you do see this and you do have other questions, shoot me a text, or you can also just, probably just go online, Google FinCEN. I'm sure there's a lot more information out there, more than I know currently, but I just want to let you know that much. That is what I know, and I want to share it with you guys. So take care. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. It is Valentine's weekend. And a whole different thing. I'm against Valentine. Just so everybody know, I'm against Valentine. My wife, I'm against Valentine. I think it's a stupid, made up, holiday, event, whatever it is. Yeah, that's totally different from what I was talking about. But hey, enjoy your Valentine's. But again, I said, take your Valentine's out, buy them something nice. I got mine some flowers this morning. She flew in this morning. I got her some flowers and some chocolate. She was surprised because I don't do stuff like that, because I told her I don't like Valentine's. I really don't. But again, it's not about me. It's about her. She likes it. She loves it. So I did it for her. There you go. Who knows? Look at you. Hey, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys on next Friday. And next Friday, I will be talking to my friend Steve, who is a credit repair specialist. He's been doing it for many years. Again, I don't endorse anybody. I don't endorse anything I put on here. I just give you guys information. You should always do your own due diligence and find out if you want to work with who you want, the people that I bring on. So yeah, but next Friday at 4 o'clock Central Time, we're gonna have Steve, my friend. He actually lives in Nashville, and he's gonna be talking to us about credit restoration and how it works, what's good, what's not good. But he'll answer all the questions. So if you stick around Friday and you see this live and you want to ask some questions about the credit repair world, how it works, and what he can do for you, by all means, jump on, and I'll be glad to get him to help you. My goal with these Fact Fridays, every Friday at 4 o'clock, is to bring you guys information that can help you be more informed, not just in real estate, but in everything. I have different people going to be coming on. I'm going to have a contractor, I'm going to have a roofer, I'm going to have a plumber, I'm going to have an HVAC person, just people that are just going to help you. I've already talked to somebody in the fitness world. I'm going to be talking to one of my lenders who is also a veteran, and he's going to be talking about a lot of the benefits in the veterans world that a lot of maybe the veterans not aware of that's available to them. And we do want to thank our veterans tremendously, because that's a sacrifice many of us would not even think. Okay. So again, have a happy weekend. Happy Valentine's. And I'll see you guys with this program on Friday. But I think I'm going to jump on again probably Tuesday, and I'll have something for you then. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.